Yes, welcome into IATD TV, and today I wanted to bring you a video just with locals starting up in some areas, and maybe you and your friends might be getting together for some casual Yu-Gi-Oh play. I just wanted to share some of my thoughts about when I started to come back into the game after 6 months out due to COVID, and just wanted to give you some thoughts about what I think might be helpful or useful when we get back into the physical card game that we hold so dear. So before we get started, I just wanted to let you know that the Mega Tin giveaway is still up and running. I'll leave a link down in the description below. You just need to be a subscriber to the channel and leave a comment, and hopefully we'll reach out to you as a winner. One lucky winner will receive a brand new Mega Tin, and grand prize winner will receive 2 Mega Tins. So plenty of freezy weezy treats for you to enter in and win. And without any further ado, I will break down the list. So at number 1, some supplies that you'll want to have on hand is to make sure you have at least 1 mask, some sanitizer, because when you're trading cards and picking up other people's stuff, you're definitely going to want to sanitize afterwards, and make sure you have your own gaming supplies as well, just things like dice, just to minimize the contact risk with your opponent, and like you say, going forward, you want to make sure that you do have your own supplies. Coming for number 2, I'd say it's important just to remember that you probably cram online the night before. The decks that you're going to play, especially either on Yugioh Pro or Dueling Book, even if it's not a big tournament, you're going to be rusty, and it wouldn't hurt to reacquaint yourself just with some of those strategies and cards that you're going to be playing the next day. And number 3, I would say be patient. Like your opponent may be rusty, their combos may take longer than they would have before, and people may need to repeat themselves just due to the fact that they're not wearing masks. Screens are also present, so be patient, take a little bit more time than you would do otherwise, just to give your opponent a little bit more extra time to play. Now, if it's an official tournament where time is an issue, I would obviously say do not slow play your opponent, but if you're playing casually, definitely take the time to go a lot more slowly and think through what you're doing. It may mitigate some errors and misplays throughout the course of the duel. And then finally, the next and last tip that I wanted to share with you, and probably the one that I wanted to touch on the most, is expect to misplay, expect to make the wrong moves, and above all, expect to lose. You haven't been playing for up to potentially 6 months, so the chances are you are going to be extremely rusty. Chances are you may have forgotten what some of your combos did. You may have forgotten what your cards did in interactions with other opponents. Now, Yu-Gi-Oh is a game of rhythm. It's going to take you a little bit of time to get back into that rhythm of playing regularly and making those plays often. So just give yourself a little bit more time. Be patient with yourself as well, just to give yourself a little bit more time than you would otherwise to get yourself back in the groove. Don't be too hard on yourself if it's the first time you've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh in a while. And if it doesn't go your way, remember that Yu-Gi-Oh is a great community. People are going to be more than happy to share with you after the fact where you may have misplayed, where you may have needed to interrupted your opponent next time in order to win the duel. Don't forget that your opponent has already beaten you, so it's no skin off his nose to give you some extra information about how you might be able to win the next time you play. Overall, most Yu-Gi-Oh players in the community are happy and healthy, and they want the community to be as strong and as fruitful as possible. So take the time to talk to your opponents. Most opponents are going to be happy to share with you exactly what they should have been doing in previous rounds, and where you might be able to improve going forward. Yu-Gi-Oh is a great community full of great resources, and it's a good idea that now at this time you'll probably want to tap into those resources and see what you can learn from other people. See how you can make your own deck better, your strategies better. Maybe there's a hot tech you can incorporate into your deck to make it more consistent or give it some explosivity. You won't know unless you ask, so it's crucial at this juncture when we're getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh after 6 months out of physical play, that we take the time to talk to our opponents and get as much information from them as we can. And remember that Yu-Gi-Oh is about having fun. And if you've not been playing the game for 6 months like me, without having a physical card, the most important thing is to get back to having some fun. Win, lose or draw, this is the game that we love the most, so just to be able to be back playing some physical cards, to be able to say draw phase and pick up a card is as refreshing and as fantastic as I don't know what. So anyway, this is IATD TV signing off. Check out the link in the description below.